What's up, DJ? What's going on, man? Taj, what's going on, brother? You know the funny thing, and it's not even you, Taj. I was just actually looking at this the other day. So, I feel you, brother. I got you. So the other day, I don't know why. I don't know why I looked this up, but I looked up the video from like, what is it, like 5 years ago? Damn, that don't feel like it's been that long, like when I first started YouTube. So I looked up a video from 5 years ago when YouTube was in this like Wild West days, as I would like to put it. And I looked up the beef video between Akasan and I'm Dante. Why I looked it up, no fucking idea. Well, congratulations, brother. You'll get it. You'll hit it in no time. Yeah, I don't know why the hell I looked that up. And it's like, it's so weird because I remember like when all of that was going down and when all the reaction videos was getting all this beef from people and getting all this shit, or all the reaction channels, I should say, was getting all this shit from people. And I think it all started actually with I think it was grade A, under A, or whatever. And because they like your content. Real simple. That's a simple answer to your question. I try to figure out why people subscribe to me. I mean, now granted, I haven't put out much content recently, but still, I still try to figure out that same thing too. And so it's like, you know, sitting there and then seeing that video, seeing the type of response, and I remember that stuff vividly. Yeah, I know he came out to Jinx too, and I remember like really specifically looking at some of Akasan videos in general, and like you know, seeing his little vlogs, or like I guess he does, I don't know, I haven't looked at any of his stuff in years, so I don't even know what he still does or what he even does anymore. But I remember seeing a couple of his, like, you know, weekly Wednesday What's Up videos or whatever, and he was talking about, you know, addressing the beef that reaction channels was getting at the time, and just how he was just shitting on a lot of the other channels, or as he would put it, opportunist reactors and stuff like that. And it just made me think about it, like just knowing the scope of YouTube and how much has changed over the last 5 years from then to now. It's like a huge ass difference. Huge difference. A lot of those channels that was like more so drama based and drama filled don't exist anymore. But you had Leafy, that channel, I think his channel got deleted. Who's some other channels that was like, you know, really into like commentary type stuff? God, I can't remember the guy's name. Dude that did Content Cop. I don't even know what he does anymore, because like I said, it's a lot of the channels that I used to watch that I just don't look at anymore. And Some channels I never really looked at, but you know, I never really sat there and tried to like look up with some of the iDubbbz. Thank you. I mean, I never actually really tried to look it up, so like it'll be weird for me to look up what happened to YouTube from 5 years ago. Adpocalypse. Sorry. Adpocalypse. The route that YouTube was going to be more family friendly. But the Adpocalypse was a big deal. But YouTube wanted to kind of go more towards a family oriented type thing. So a lot of the stuff that was able to fly back then don't fly anymore now. It's the reason why they got so many protocols in place in regards to like monetization and advertiser friendly things like that, and the whole process that they go through now, just so that way they can make sure that they appease to all the investors, I guess you could say. Well, it's that, Taj, but it's also normally for anyone that does like YouTube full time, and normally around January, February, ad revenue is pretty hard and pretty scarce to come across. And I think that kind of coincides with what you're saying in regards to like some people would spark up controversy and beef for the sake of kind of making up for the ad revenue that they were losing or not getting during that period of time. But I agree, a lot of it was like unnecessary. Hell, even looking at the video between Grade A and Tyrone, and somebody had spliced up a video of where they had like both videos kind of playing one after another. So like Grade A, they will play the point that Grade A was giving, and then they will play the response that Tyrone had to whatever point that Grade A was giving, and it was pretty much like the entire video. So oh yeah, I remember when they was trying to do that. I told you, man, like during that period of time of YouTube, that shit was crazy. That shit was real fucking crazy. You see how much backlash they got for doing that, for trying to do that? Rescinded that shit quick, real quick. These controls are ass on this Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat. And so, kind of looking at it, you know, from a perspective of not, you know, favoring one person or another. A lot of that beef had to do with, and I understand as far as, you know, someone taking the entire video, not getting permission from certain creators and things like that in regards to, you know, at that period of time. And I actually have the Killer Instinct on the SNES version. So depending on how much time I got, I'll probably end up playing it tonight too. So here's kind of like my thing. Let me pause this real quick. So I definitely understand the perspective that Grade A was coming about in regards of how he used his video, didn't get his permission, so on and so forth. Totally understandable. I remember when I think it's Real Rejects happened to be in that video that Grade A had made, and they made a point, or Greg made a point in regards of like how a lot of the creators don't have an issue with someone, you know, reacting to their videos and showing it in. Sorry guys, it got disconnected. So you'll see like a lot of like the video game developers and things like that. They want that. They want that press, and so reaction videos help to kind of garner an audience towards that game. Yeah, and that's the reason why I can understand the perspective in regards to like you know, reaction videos and things like that. You know, with me actually doing them, you know, I always make sure I do my due diligence in giving the creator full credit for whatever that they do, and I always suggest that, you know, whoever's watching the video to go and support whoever that creator is, because, you know, it's only fair to do something like that. And I want to always make sure that if it's anything that I like that you guys aren't aware of, that I want to bring light to whatever that, you know, creator is and things like that. But kind of long story short, outside of what's my favorite MK, who between MKX and MK and the remake of Mortal Kombat that came out in 2011. So in regards to the whole Grade A and Tyrone thing, what I see it really boiled down to was money. Grade A didn't get the cut of the ad revenue, which really set him off, on top of him, you know, not giving the permission for Tyrone to use his video. And then, you know, with Tyrone deleting the video, and as he said that he didn't, you know, wasn't paying attention. I honestly, you know, I don't care, because, you know, if someone not paying attention to the emails that they get for third-party claims when it comes to a lot of the reaction videos in general, which is very, very true, depending on the video, these controls are fucking horrible. Especially like movie trailers and some game trailers, depending on what it is, like that shit'll get third-party claim in an instant. And depending on what you know that you did the video on, half the time I know I don't pay attention to it. If I know I did like a movie trailer reaction, I just know for sure, guaranteed, at some point, look at that cheap shit. At some point, I'm going to end up getting an email for a third-party claim for the trailer. Honestly, if you have a problem with one big channel reacting to you, why aren't you upset with? You just answered your own question. You just answered your own question. Because it's a much bigger channel, and they have more of an audience than some of the smaller viewers. Now, some cases, some creators do kind of focus on the smaller channels as well as the big channels too. So it honestly really depends on whoever that creator is. But my takeaway from the whole thing between them two, especially from the way I was looking at it, coming from Grade A's perspective, outside of, like I said, given the authorization, it was him not getting no cut of the ad revenue when he claimed the video. So it was just kind of crazy, man. Like I said, back then, fucking YouTube from 5 years ago is totally opposite, man. Totally opposite compared to what it is now. Polar opposites, man. A lot of the old creators from back then, kind kind of hard for some of them to kind of survive on YouTube if they were doing the same type of content. But you know, like I said, I don't know if any of those older creators have changed up their content or if they're still doing the same thing. So I don't know. Oh, they got Night Rider on Netflix? I didn't know that. I had no idea. But you know, right now, man, you know, growing on YouTube is hard as shit, man. It is hard as hell. Like, it's always been, you know, kind of difficult to grow on YouTube, but when you don't really put in as much time for content, like, you know, with me when I had, you know, took a major step back and not creating much, and your name kind of falls out of the algorithm, and the type of shit you gotta do to get your name back in the algorithm, or to get your channel back in the algorithm, man, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Raiden wins. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, man. That's the biggest thing. That's always the biggest thing as far as like just the viewership, and knowing how some of your you know, as you get older, your taste in videos or the type of content that you kind of take in changes. So trying to keep that same audience makes it difficult. You know, I'm appreciative of the ones that I have had since I first started doing YouTube 5 years ago. Like, I'm extremely appreciative, extremely. And like I said, I know for me, I understand in my perspective for myself and my channel that even getting to the point of where I'm at now is, I think I am. I'll have to double check, Crystal. I think I am. I had to double check because at one point it was a lot of channels that I was subscribed to that got automatically unsubscribed when they was doing the subscriber purge. I had to look into that though. This game is difficult as shit, man. I'll take it down one level. I just want to play through it. I really don't care too much. Just kind of chilling with you guys and chatting. You say you know a channel you grew up since you was like 8, used to get millions of views every video. Now they barely crack 30K. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like it is fucking tough. It is tough, brother. Now just think about if people do this full time as a job, and you're used to seeing a certain amount of views per video, and then you can kind of gauge how much you'll be making, and to kind of see that plummet so drastically would drive me crazy, man. Would absolutely drive me crazy. But that's the reason why you gotta have different avenues of revenue. Because yes, it's cool to do videos and stuff, and to have, you know, have that be your kind of like your full-time thing. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But have your have your hand in other stuff. So if you're able to get like sponsorships, put your hand in that. If you're able to get merch sales, put your hand in that. So that way you can have some type of consistency somehow, some way. Because, you know, things to go south on YouTube, and hey brother, I can't believe I'm almost 40. So I understand how you feel. I totally understand how you feel.
Scorpion wins.
That's why I was always a proponent. I always told y'all that, you know, even though I get a little bit of something off of YouTube, I don't trip about, you know, YouTube being like my main thing, because I particularly do YouTube because I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
Scorpion wins. Sub-Zero.
I don't look at YouTube from the aspect of money wise. Thoroughly have fun and enjoyment when I'm, you know, sitting here talking to you guys, or you know, whenever I'm creating a video, and the engagement that I get with everybody throughout the course of whenever I get the notification for any type of comments, stuff like that. I've just put more time into streaming because the funny thing was, like, my sister would always tell me, how come I don't do gaming, like, you know, professionally, because she know how good I am with like video games and stuff like that. And like for a long time I kind of drug my feet into actually doing it. And I think see, that's the good thing. I tell you, man, it's so much stuff that comes out of doing it. So you make up the difference that you don't get from YouTube, DJ, from the customers and clients that you get that want you to do mixtapes. But yeah, my sister told me, she was just like, why don't you do gaming as like, you know, as like a profession? Because you always been good at, you know, games and stuff. So why don't you just do it? And I was like, I guess so. But, you know, I didn't really think about it. And then when I got the PS4 and I started streaming from that, I think that's what kind of opened my eyes to it more. I think in the end, like for myself, I was so subconscious about who my audience would be, because, you know, I feel like I'm kind of boring. I'm not even going front. I'm not even going front. Like, I feel like my personality isn't like one of those type of things of where it I'm not over the top. So do I get told that I'm too old to play video games? No, but if I did, I wouldn't care. Games are my escape. Games are like my the way that I kind of decompress when it comes to
Sub-Zero wins.
well, I think what someone told me, Taj, it was just like, well, your voice is already it's already like relaxing. So you you being chill, and then your voice already just kind of adds to it and shit like that. But yeah, like video games are like my escape, and I decompress. So if I'm having like a rough day, I just kind of sit down. You know, I'll spend time with the wife and kids and things like that. But if like my wife isn't home and I just need to kind of take some time to myself, I'll kind of get lost in something, and that'll be like my way that I decompress. Like versus being out in the street doing something crazy. At least I'm in the comfort of my own home, and I'm not doing nothing crazy. That's always a good thing from it. So yeah, man, that's just the way I kind of see things. But as I said before, you know, with whatever audience that I get, I'm always appreciative, because somebody could be in the house doing something else, or you know, on their phone doing something else. But the fact that, you know, people take the time out of their day or their night just to stop by and see what I'm doing for one, or even just to say, you know, what's up.
Sub-Zero wins.
I know, man. I was, you know, the funny thing about that, DJ, is like I actually thought about that the other day. Like, I remember when internet became big for me in 96, 97, when I was in middle school. I didn't even know what the fuck the internet was. I just remember a couple of days we would go to, like, you know, one day out of the week we would go to the computer lab, and then I think that's when I started like searching up like fatalities for like Mortal Kombat and how to do it, and writing it down and putting it in my notebook and taking it home, that type shit or whatever. It's crazy. AOL dial-up internet with that annoying ass sound. My mother didn't have AOL, but she had this service called CompuServe, and it was pretty much like internet on the TV. So you would
Sub-Zero wins.
So you would yeah, we had MySpace, shit, man. Sidekicks. Oh man, dude, ooh shit, dude. I tell you, it just brings back so many memories. So many memories. So many memories.
Johnny Cage wins.
Do we even have like separate like landline companies anymore, or is everything kind of tied to like an internet service provider or something? I think Verizon still has like landline stuff, but I remember like Bell Atlantic and AT&T used to have their own little thing.
Johnny Cage wins.
After this one, we're going to move on to MK2.
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, MySpace, Black Planet, and man, Jesus Christ, so many fucking memories, man. The early 2000s.
Sub-Zero wins.
Yeah, payphones used to be one of those things, and then 1-800-COLLECT, that type shit used to be one of those things in it too. Oh yeah, we never had the luxuries. Like, could you imagine going back in time and taking some of this stuff up? that
Sub-Zero wins.
some of the stuff that we have now and taking it back in time and showing them the type of shit that we got that they haven't seen yet. Could you imagine that? Could you really imagine that?
Fight.
What up, Bruce? Good to see you, brother.
Sub-Zero wins.
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Fight.
Oh man, there was some crazy ass games today, man.
Sub-Zero wins.
Yeah, the type of stuff we can take back in time if we were able to. So like what would be one thing, or what would be the thing that you would take back to show them?
Fight.
How the fuck do you grab me out of mid-air?
Sub-Zero wins.
I think I would show them
Fight.
what's something major. I think I would go back and show them the Tesla. That's what I would show them. The fact that you got a car that is all electric and can drive itself if it needs to.
Sub-Zero wins.
That and the new cell phones. That would be the point. That would be the point.
Sub-Zero wins. Sub-Zero.
What makes this game so difficult to play is because these controls are so bad and non-responsive.
Fight.
But here's the funny thing with this though. The same company that ported this version of Mortal Kombat actually ported the MK2 version of Mortal Kombat on SNES. And it's like 10 times better than this shit. This shit's almost like unplayable.
Sub-Zero wins.
No blood, just sweat. And outside of a few, the fuck is that? Oh well, we didn't use our last continue anyway.
Sub-Zero wins.
All right, that's game over for that. Let's go ahead and move on to MK2. No, this is actually my SNES Mini. I just jailbroke it to add the games onto the console.
Fight.
Probably one of the best investments I had made when I was working at Target.
Johnny Cage wins.
The fact that I'm able to jailbreak this and add games, God knows how many games I can actually add onto this thing.
Fight.
You actually bought that shit? I'm surprised you bought it. But yeah. It's honestly probably not that difficult, DJ. If you look up a video on YouTube, I'm sure it tells you how to do it, but it shouldn't be hard at all.
Round one. Fight.
I think the only thing I want to get at this point.
Johnny Cage wins.
Oh, you never heard of the PS1 Mini? It was like $100, I think. But the ports of the game ran so bad. I think the only one that I want is probably the TurboGrafx 16 mini version.
Johnny Cage wins. Fatality. Round one. Fight.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Jax wins. Round two. Fight.
It's just a smaller version of the original PS1 though, Taj. That's all it is. It has I don't know what games actually come along with it. I don't know what games and how many games come along with it.
Round three. Fight. Superb. Finish him. Excellent. Jax wins.
I didn't know they were still active, but I'm not surprised. Well, a lot of the stuff on PS5 and current gen consoles is about to start coming out next month. So shit'll start picking up. I'll start to do more streams from the PS5 now that a lot of these titles that I've been waiting on is going to start coming out. That's been part of the reason why I've been doing a lot of the throwback stuff, because it hasn't really been much out.
Round two. Fight.
Delete that message, please. The last message that just popped up.
Finish him.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Kung Lao wins. Fatality.
Just another one of those bots that pop up.
Round 1. Fight.
But they're still pretty viral in a lot of the videos that they do anyway. Even now, I would assume. I remember I seen Jackass in the theaters. I think Bam Margera is pissed because he's not included into this new film.
Kung Lao wins. Round 3. Fight.
Nah, he's not in the movie. He's dealing with like that brother's dealing with some demons, man.
Finish him.
Yeah, he's dealing with some demons, man. Dealing with alcoholism and shit.
Fatality. Round 1. Fight. Superb. Kitana wins.
I think I'm gonna add some filters onto the microphone as well, just to kind of eliminate some of the background noise.
Finish him. Superb. Kitana wins.
Well, MTV in general, I don't know what the fuck it is now anymore. I don't know what it is anymore now. Yeah, Ryan Dunn was his best friend.
Kitana. Round 1. Fight.
So after we get through this fight, I'm gonna pause the game and I'm gonna add some filters to the microphone, and I want you guys to tell me if it sounds improved or if it's if I should just take the filters off.
Wins.
Because what I'm trying to do is eliminate the unnecessary background noise.
Round 2. Fight.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
Finish her. Kitana wins.
Alright, let's see if I can do this here. Properties. Alright, hold on. I gotta add something real quick. Force. So let's do this. Hold on one second. All right, cool. All right, so we got that there. So let me go ahead and start to add some, see if I can add some filters. We've actually changed some settings with Streamlabs. Here we go. Edit filters. Gonna add. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Give me a second so I can go ahead and do this real quick. I need to look at what I have. All right, so noise suppression. Add. We're going to take that to -17. All right, see gain. Let's do this here. I'm going to put that at 18.4. And just let me know if you hear like a difference in regards to the dude, I haven't been using the I haven't been using a bad mic, and it's been a while actually. All right, so let's see, compressor. All right, we're going to take it down to 3. Sounds worse now. All right, so let me go ahead and take off the filters then, if that's the case. So just leave it back to where it was, basically. Long story short. All right, so that sounds better. I think I'm just trying to eliminate a lot of the, I'm just turning down the volume of the microphone. I'm just trying to eliminate a lot of any unnecessary background noise. All right, cool. That's all I need to know. It's good to kind of get some feedback from live, so I know what it sounds like from you guys' perspective. All right, yeah, so we'll just leave the filters off there.
Kitana wins. Round 2, fight.
I forgot Liu Kang that you had to fucking buy some kit for some reason. How did I forget that?
Liu Kang wins. Finisher. Superb. Liu Kang wins. Kitana.
I hear you, DJ. Okay, I'm gonna let that one slide. What is it that you ate, Josh?
Kitana wins.
As old as me. That's funny.
2. Fight. Finish him. Kitana wins. Fatality.
Oh, I can understand that. I can understand that.
Round
It's
1.
crazy how much money people spend on fucking cigarettes, though, man. Like, that shit's like getting a meal at goddamn McDonald's. Hell, anywhere. Any fast food place is cheaper than the pack of fucking cigarettes.
Superb. Kitana wins.
Oh, you know what it is? Probably their sub boxes
Fight.
are getting flooded with videos. But that's something that's out of your control, though. I mean, the only thing that you control is how much content you put out. $17 a pack of cigarettes? No. $17 a pack for fucking cigarettes? That's crazy. That is crazy. That's still crazy. $17 a fucking pack for cigarettes.
1. Fight.
That's ridiculous, man. I remember when I was living with my mom when I was younger, and she used to have me go to the store and get her cigarettes, and she was paying like fucking $12, $13 a pack for cigarettes. And you talking about if you go through like, you go through 2-3 packs in a week, then you're talking about what? Damn, they're $40 just on cigarettes alone.
Finisher.
One habit that I'm glad I never picked up.
Wins.
Money. that's as simple as about as simple of an answer I can give you. All about money.
Round 1. Fight.
People know that cigarettes are bad for you, but it's like an addiction. So it is an addiction. I can't even say like an addiction. It is an addiction for a lot of people.
Wins. Round 2. Fight. Finisher. Kitana wins.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy though, man. But you know,
Round one.
I can't do it myself personally.
Superb.
Dude, that's fucking $17 a pack for fucking cigarettes, man. $17 a pack.
Kitana wins.
That's like half my gas tank in the car. That's about half.
Fight. Superb.
We may have some time to play some Killer Instinct tonight.
Finish him.
Even though I'm cheesing the shit out of this, but whatever. Don't care.
Kitana wins. Round one. Fight.
Yeah, I can do a lot with 17 personally. No, what about EDP? You talking about since he's been exposed, there's been more shit?
Fight.
What happened to him?
Kitana wins. Round three. Fight. Finish him. Superb. Kitana wins.
What else happened with him, Taj?
Round one. Fight.
He just whipped my ass.
Wins. Round two.
Hold on, I can't pause this. I can't pause it. Hold on.
Finish her.
Alright, you see he got banned off of a bunch of stuff. He worked for Uber Eats, Grubhub, Lyft, got banned from all of them, sold his cars and guns for money he worked. He worked at Chuck E. Cheese and got fired. Well, I mean, what else do you expect to happen? You know the funny thing? I actually, so ironic. I was just telling my wife about this dude earlier. But I didn't know all of that happened. He tried to change his legal name and you think it was successful, so he's pretty much off the grid. Some people say he got arrested, but who knows? Well, I mean,
One. Fight.
I guess that's the only way that he can kind of bypass not being able to work. But the only caveat to that, he got evicted.
Wins. Round.
Demons, man. Some demons people just can't fight. Okay, Scorpion. You're being so difficult. You're being difficult right now. Yeah, I'm not surprised that any of that happened though, honestly. I mean, once you got exposed for meeting up with an underage girl, I mean, after that, your shit is a wrap.
Fight.
Yeah, none of that surprised me at all.
Finish her. Superb. Scorpion wins.
The only thing that we just don't know is like with him,
One. Fight.
I don't know if people are going to find out what he changed his legal name to, or what he changed his legal name to, and if they try to, you know, find him and kind of like, you know, report him to whoever.
Kitana wins. Round two.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm just like, all right, you know, I understand that people are upset about what he's doing, in regards to, you know, meeting up with the underage girl and stuff. Shit.
Scorpion.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to find him.
Round.
To find him and find where he works at, and like, you know, pester the employee that decided to hire him. That's just the one thing I'm not going to do. But he definitely deserves what happened to him. That I won't disagree with whatsoever. Shit.
Finish him.
Goddamn Scorpion.
Kitana wins. Round one. Fight.
But what happened?
Shang Tsung wins. Round two. Fight. Finish her. Shang Tsung wins.
He thought he was going to get away scot-free, man. He thought he was going to get away scot-free. She didn't go how he thought it was going to go.
Round one. Fight.
Son is ripping my ass. Input reading, bastard. Shit. Input reading his ass off.
Wins. Round two. Fight.
Ah, there we go.
Superb. Kitana wins. Round 1. Fight.
Stomp my ass out. Shit. 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 You cheesing bitch. Damn it.
Kitana wins. Round 2. Fight.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Kataro.
Kitana. Round 1. Fight.
Slow down is real. Shit.
Kitana wins.
Kentaro is beating the hell out of my character.
Fight.
Shit. Fuck. Fuck.
Kitana wins.
Alright, got 21 credits still.
Kitana. Round 1. Fight.
Wow.
Kitana wins.
See if I can spam the
Round 2. Fight.
Superman from Raiden. Because that shit is not doing that much damage at all. All the hits actually not doing that much.
Kitana wins. Round 3. Fight.
Okay. Never mind. I was about to say, let me not speak too soon. We got him.
Kitana wins. Is that your best? You will die, mortal.
I love Shao Kahn's taunts, man. I love him in this game. Oh, what the fuck was that? Why'd I just bounce off of it?
You will die, mortal.
I literally just bounced off that man like I was a basketball. On occasion, yeah. I did watch the fight last night, though.
You will die, mortal.
It just did it again. Alright, we got Ultimate MK3 next.
Is that your best?
Yeah, they always give you good fights. You always get good fights in the UFC. Not too often do you come across a bad one. Shit.
You will die, mortal. You You will die, mortal.
Shit. Shit.
You
Why you do that, game?
Is that your best?
And we bounce off that man again. Jesus Christ.
Is that your best? You will die.
Yeah, like I said, man, it was a good fight
You
last night.
will die,
It was a real good fight last night. Were you disappointed that he won by decision? Or were you okay with the fight itself? Shit.
all too easy. You will die, mortal. You will. You
Bet. Got it.
No, no.
I actually like the SNES version of MK2. It's probably the most, as far as sound is compared, the closest thing to the arcade that SNES has probably ever had. So another game that I've been actually playing off stream recently. I'll show you in 1 second. Actually, we can go ahead and exit out of that since it's not going to be nothing else. What I've been playing off stream, starting kind of like last night or yesterday. Tecmo Super Bowl, man. Fucking memories. I've already started like a season on Tecmo Super Bowl. Alright, Ultimate MK3. All right. All right, we got that one. It's 2 more. And then it's 1 more.
Excellent.
There we go. All right, let's do Combat Zone on. Enable pause. Well, I didn't see what the first option was. Okay, that's the mini game. Quick finish. 30 credits. Unlimited run. Hyper fighting. Enable Shao Kahn. All right. May not have time to play Killer Instinct, so it's already down at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I want to make sure I get through this.
Round one. Fight. Fatality. Round two. Fight.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Round three. Fight. Finish him.
Well, that was quick.
Round one. Fight. Finish him. Fatality. Round two. Fight. Superb. Finish him. Fatality. Round one. Fight. Fatality. Round two. Fight. Finish him. Friendship. two, fight. Superb. Finisher. Fatality. Round one. Fight. Finish him. Fatality. Round two. Fight. Finish him. Fatality. Round one. Fight. Finish him. Round two. Fight. Finish him.